Welcome to this Viewtravel tutorial. First, let us introduce you to Viewtravel. Viewtravel is a travel itinerary builder software that allows you to create emotional, engaging, and interactive advisory experiences. Viewtravel is also a very efficient tool to improve your customer communication initiatives and sales processes. In this video, we will show you how to use Viewtravel to impress a family of 3 adults and 2 children. This family is looking for sun and a trendy place to visit during the weekend. They will be traveling to Lisbon and Oporto in Portugal, and we're going to use Viewtravel to make the offer presentation, the travel itinerary, and the suggested budget stand out. Before we continue, let us inform you that the features used to create the financial proposal, trip presentation, and travel itinerary during this demonstration may not be available on the current plan you're using. Each Viewtravel plan provides you specific features, a limited number of itinerary and users, so we suggest you confirm your agency settings after this session. If you need a hand with the onboarding process, getting your account set up, or guidance, just let us know. You have our contact details and training resources at viewtravel.eu. Let's start by clicking on Create a View. Now, let's give a name to the view. Add a subtitle. Add a departure place. You can look for regions, airports, cities, villages, places, islands, national parks, theme parks, beaches, or even search by IATA code. Add one or several destinations. Let's visit Lisbon and Oporto in Portugal. The customer will pick up a flight to Lisbon. Then he will go to Oporto. The customer will need to come back to Lisbon to pick up a flight to London, so we're going to add again Lisbon to the destinations field. The destinations are added by order of arrival to each point. Now it's time to define the type of view we wish to build. You can create a view based on a video compilation, or you can create a view based on photos and images. You can also create a view based on a theme. We suggest adding your own personalized and tailor-made themes to Viewtravel, because the ones that appear by default are only generic suggestions and may not be related to the destinations. If you would like to have Viewtravel creating awesome video views or photo views for you, please don't select any theme. Let's select Video View. Now write a short overview of the trip. Cannot find the destination, the hotel, the cruise line, or ship you wish to use? Send a message to Viewtravel's support team to update Viewtravel's database. Next, select the type of trip. A destination? Your customer is going on a cruise? Or it's a cruise with stay option? Select destination and move to the hotel field. Search and define the hotel you wish to present to your customers at each destination. Let's search for the Lisbon City Hotel. While performing the search, Viewtravel is looking for hotels on all the selected destinations, Lisbon and Oporto. Please make sure you're looking for a hotel that is associated with the destinations you've added to the Destinations field. This is a trip of 3 adults and 2 children. 2 adults and 2 children will stay in a double standard room, and 1 adult will stay in a single standard room, all in the same hotel. Because the 3rd adult will need an additional room in the same hotel, let's add the Lisbon City Hotel again. When adding information about the hotel stay in the Transport and Hotels View Creation step, you will better understand why we added the same hotel twice. The customer will stay 1 night in Lisbon and 1 night in Oporto. So let's select a hotel in Oporto twice, like we did for the hotel in Lisbon. Let's search for the Oporto Douro Hotel 2 times. Now that we've selected and duplicated the hotels, let's define the departure and return dates. The customer is going to Lisbon on Friday the 10th of January and is going back to London from Lisbon on the 12th of January. When using the Import GDS PNR feature or Locator ID number add-on, these fields are automatically populated, saving you a lot of time. In the trial version, this functionality is not available. You can present a budget or quotation to your customer. Leave the visible price field empty if you don't want to have the budget option visible on the Views menu. Define if it's a dynamic price that you can break down or a closed price. If you choose a closed price, the amount you add to the field will be the total price for all adults and children in all transport, hotel, and land services. You can also define an amount as the starting price for a particular offer. If you select Dynamic Price, the price can be broken down by adult and children for all services. Let's select Dynamic Price. Define the file number or traveler ID of your travel itinerary. This will work as your proposal reference. Do you wish to check the final result of your work? Click on See View button. If you wish to move to the next view creation step and continue adding value to your offer presentation, click on Continue. In the Files and Terms area, you can upload documentation, link Viewtravel to external files, or add additional information to your view. You can also manage the terms and conditions of your offer. In the Files area, you can add several types of files to your view. An e-ticket, a boarding pass, a PowerPoint presentation so useful for your MICE presentations, insurance information, or others. Let's add a hotel voucher to the My Trip information area. Now let's add the standard terms and conditions of your offer to the view. Click on Conditions. Accordingly to your user role, you can create, pre-edit, approve, or choose to apply to your budget area your general conditions and the conditions of service of your providers. If you're a Viewtravel platform administrator, you can define what terms and conditions are defined as standard and non-editable. You also control which suppliers and vendors are available for use. This is very useful to prevent mistakes, misunderstandings, and to save time. This way, the sales agents just need to select which ones to apply to their budget presentations. We suggest you check other tutorials to learn more on how to create standard terms and conditions. Let's select some general conditions. After that, let's choose the operator package that best fits this proposal. Select one of the available suppliers and the associated conditions of service. After this, you can check the final result by clicking on See View or continue adding value to your offer presentation. Let's click on Continue and let's add transport and hotels information to your view. The customer is going from London to Lisbon by airplane, so we're going to select Flight. Let's add an airline. Again, when using the Import GDS PNR feature or Locator ID number add-on, these fields are automatically populated, saving the travel agent a lot of time. In the trial version, this functionality is not available. Search for TAP Air Portugal. Add a flight number, for example, TP325. Add the departure and arrival date and time. The flight is scheduled for Friday the 10th of January, with departure from London at 8:15 a.m. and arrival to Lisbon at 10:55 a.m. The customer will fly in economy. Because it's a dynamic budget, we will break down the prices. If you don't wish to break down the prices, you should change to closed price on the general edit view area. The individual price per adult for this segment is €75. You can add comments to each segment, like a special service request or adding the fare rules, for example. Now let's define the return date and time. By default, Viewtravel Transport Edit area is configured as a round trip, so we don't need to worry about adding the returning segment. The system does it for us. If it's a direct flight, please delete the last row. Because that's not the case, the customer needs to go back home, is going to take a flight to London from Lisbon. The airline is TAP Portugal. The flight number is TP324. The departure date is 12th of January. The customer will take a flight that is scheduled for 6:50 p.m. The arrival time to London is 9:35 p.m. and is traveling in economy. The individual price per adult for this segment is €80. Now, what destination videos do we wish to have on the Video View main page? And how do we define a destination point as stopover? To define a segment destination point as a stopover and to prevent having a video or photo content running on the video view, please uncheck the associated row. When inactive, no videos about the stopover will be shown on the consolidated video view and My Trip area. But they will continue to appear on the itinerary, videos and audio guides area and maps page. Let's keep the first two segments checked. We will have one video from Lisbon and another from Oporto, immediately running on the View main page. Let's deselect the last two rows. They will be defined as stopovers, so no video about these two segments will be shown. Before we leave this page, let's define the type of transportation from Lisbon to Oporto and from Oporto to Lisbon, and the number of passengers. The customer is going to Oporto by car, and he will come back to Lisbon to pick up the return flight to London by minivan. The customer is a family of 5. So let's change to 3 adults and 2 children. An 8-year-old kid and a 3-year-old child. The price for both is €50. The total price on the right changes accordingly to the amounts and quantities added. If you're working with a close price, no amount will appear on the total price box. The system will use the fixed amount defined in the General Edit View area. If you wish to see the result, you just need to click on See View. Before we move on to the itinerary and program area, let's add some information about the hotel's stay. At the hotels area, you will see that we have 4 options available. Why? Because we've duplicated the hotels on the General Edit View area. Now define the entry and departure dates for the double standard room and for the single standard room, as well the associated total prices for each stay suggestion. 2 adults and 2 children will arrive to Lisbon City Hotel on the 10th of January, and they will leave on the 11th of January to Oporto. The type of room is double standard. The customer only requested bed and breakfast, and because we don't have any alternative stay option to suggest, we will not select any alternatives. So let's keep the grouping options field clear. Let's add the total room price of €120. add a supplement. Let's add an extra child bed for €10. Now let's move to the room suggestion for the third adult. You will also arrive to the Lisbon City Hotel on the 10th of January, and you will leave on the 11th of January to Oporto. The type of room is single standard. The customer only requested bed and breakfast, and the total room price is €80. Next, we have the Oporto Douro Hotel suggestions. 4 family members will arrive to the Oporto Douro Hotel on the 11th of January, and they will leave on the 12th of January. The type of room is double standard. The regime is bed and breakfast, and the total room price is €130. Last but not least, we have the final stay suggestion for the third adult. You will arrive to the Oporto Douro Hotel on the 11th of January, and you will leave on the 12th of January also. The type of room is single standard. The regime is bed and breakfast, and the total room price is €90. Let's continue and add more value to our travel proposal. Let's create and show an itinerary or program with suggestions of what to do in Lisbon and Oporto. Click on Go to Itinerary and Program. 3 options are available because we've defined on the General Edit View step on the Destinations field that our customer would go to Lisbon, Oporto, and to Lisbon again. London doesn't appear because the departure point is not added to the itinerary and program. Let's delete one of them. Click on the last one and use the trash can to delete the service or suggestion from the itinerary. If you click on the first trash can, the service details will be deleted, but the destination will continue to appear on top. Let's click on the trash can inside the service. You will receive a confirmation message informing that you are deleting a destination point only for the itinerary and program area. The destination point will still be available at My Trip and budget areas. Click on OK. And now you only have Lisbon and Oporto. Let's add suggestions of what to do in Lisbon. The first thing to do is to click in Lisbon. Information associated to the service will appear or not accordingly to your itinerary building history. Because we've already used this service on another view, the system is suggesting us the information used on the last one, hoping that is useful for us. You have full control of what is sent to the customer. You can change or delete the available content. Let's change from day 2 to day 1 and change the photo that appears associated to this service. And now let's change the video that is associated to this day and service. After that, let's edit the text and the picture that appears inside the text box. Let's change to day 1 and insert a new picture. You're not limited to Viewtravel's travel media library. You can create your own playlists and add your own videos and pictures to the platform. You have several other edition options available. We suggest you explore this area for yourself to find other activities, hotels, restaurants, and services that you can add to your travel itinerary. Now let's go to Oporto. It also suggests us some information because of our itinerary building history. This was the last service created by us. We don't want to use the suggested service information, so let's change it from Visit Oporto to Day 2 Oporto. We're going to use the recommended pictures, but we're going to change the video. Let's also change the overview. Let's change from Visit Oporto to Day 2 Oporto. And write, we suggest you visit a restaurant that has the best francesinhas and the best beer in the world. After that, click on Activate Itinerary and Program. To check the final result in an inspiring Viewtravel Videoview, click on See View. Two short videos from Lisbon and Oporto immediately appear. Because we have more than one video associated to our video view, Viewtravel automatically gathered on a unique video view two videos of 30 seconds each, one from Lisbon and another from Oporto. You can check the full videos on the Videos and Audio Guides page. Let's navigate through the available options created by us. You can configure how the menu appears and also what options are available for usage. We're using the default view with the menu on the left side, but we have other options like a sandwich menu. The banners that you see on the right side are also managed by you. This is a great tool for promoting other services, destinations or trip packages of your agency or partners, so we suggest you add your own banners to your views. Let's go to the first menu option, My Trip. Here you have a detailed description of the customer trip, with the documentation that we've added to the view on the Files and Terms tab, in this case, the hotel voucher. You have the total price of your offer, the segments, and the associated information. Let's know a little bit more about Oporto. Click on the information link. Here you have useful information, not only for the after-the-trip preparation tasks, but also during the trip. And the best thing is that you don't need to worry about updating this information. Viewtravel support team will keep it updated for you. What type of sockets or plugs do I need to use in Portugal? Or what's the average price of a meal? Or what type of safety precautions do I need to have? By having this information integrated in your offer presentation, you are keeping your customers inside your sales ecosystem, preventing having them searching for this content in an environment that you don't control, eventually managed by your competitors, and you don't want that. Do you want to see some pictures or videos about Oporto or about Lisbon? From My Trip area, you have immediate access to Viewtravel's travel media library. Do you want to know the weather in a specific destination? Do you wish to have a hotel overview and check the associated videos and pictures? All this emotional and inspiring content are available for you and your customer to use and learn more about each suggested destination. And it's available anytime and anywhere, before and during the trip, through your smartphone, tablet, or desktop. Let's move to the budget area. This is the place where your customer reads and accepts your financial proposal. Let's check the comments. This is also the place for collaboration. You and your customer can interact using the comments area. All the comments are registered for management, auditing, and evidence purposes. This is also the chat area. If something needs to be commented by the sales agent or by the buyer, this is the place where both inform each other and where all the replies to queries are saved. To activate the Accept Budget button, the customer needs to accept the agency conditions and the conditions of the service that you've defined on the Files and Terms area. Now let's go to the itinerary and program. Your customer can see the suggested services and program with photos or videos. Every time that you update your program, all the changes are reflected here. Let's see the program with photos. Your suggested services are reflected here, with pictures or videos and descriptions created by you. Replace your PowerPoint presentations with a Viewtravel itinerary and program and make your MICE and corporate presentation stand out. You also have videos and audio guides, not only about the destination and associated activities, but also about the country. You have photos. And an interactive map with a visual description of the trip. If you click on the hotel icon, Viewtravel will give you the option to see videos and photos from the hotel fully integrated with the map view. You can suggest places of interest and others, adding more value to your offer presentation. You can also add your own apps to Viewtravel or use the suggested ones. They are very useful during the trip. The travel agency contact is always available and the traveler can choose the language that best fits his needs. And it doesn't end here. You and your customer want to share the itinerary, the proposal, or the presentation on your preferred social media channel? You and him can use the default sharing buttons or just copy the view link or URL to your preferred browser. Do you want to send the view to a customer? Or your customer wishes to share the itinerary with his family or with a colleague? What do? It's easy. You just need to send the view using Viewtravel's communication system and email templates that replaces the old-fashioned legacy email tools. You or your customer want to create a PDF with all the financial details, the itinerary description, the conditions of service, and others? Simple. You just need to export the PDF. Or send the PDF view using Viewtravel communication system. Viewtravel is available for several different types of players in the travel and tourism industry, from freelancers to MICE and travel management companies, to airlines, tour operators, DMCs, host agencies, or travel agent networks. All of them are using Viewtravel to improve their sales processes and offer communication initiatives. Do you wish to know more about Viewtravel? Do you want to learn how to impress your customers? Check other tutorials or Viewtravel learning videos at viewtravel.eu. They're also available at Viewtravel's training area. Do you wish to have a one-on-one demo? Go to viewtravel.eu and schedule a conversation with one of our Viewtravel specialists. Follow us at our social media channels. Follow our blog and keep updated about the latest travel news and industry insights. Viewtravel, a unique view to impress your customer.